Hello everyone, and thank you for stopping by my channel. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you're an oldie but goodie, welcome back. Today's tutorial, I wanted to do a talk through because I don't feel like I've done one in a little while. So I'm going to talk you through how I'm going to create a super glamorous, pretty, holiday, rose gold, fabulous look. That was like a mouthful of a description. So if you guys and girls are up for some chit chat and you want to see me beat this face, please keep on watching. So since this is a holidays look, or just if you feel like looking like a rose gold goddess kind of tutorial, I'm gonna definitely want to make sure that I'm using some primer, because if I was going to like a holiday event or something, I would want my makeup to last forever. So I'm using the MAC Natural Radiance primer, and this is the yellow one because I have yellow undertones. And then for my pores, I'm gonna go in with the Dr. Brandt Pores No More primer and just put this in my porous areas, which is typically just my cheeks and my nose. Alright, so now that we're good and primed, we're going to go ahead and move over to foundation. I am trying out some new foundation. This is kind of why I wanted to do a talk through with you guys, because I'm going to be using some new products. These are the Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation Sticks. So as usual, I'm always in between shades. So I got the Warm Walnut 7.5 and then the Walnut 8. 8 is Mad Orange, so I usually use this one around like the jawline, like perimeter part of my face. So that's what I'm going in with right now. And now I'm going to go in with Warm Walnut, which is the 7.5. This one is closer to my skin tone, but almost a little light. So when I mix the two, it actually wears pretty well. I've used this for like a few days. I do like it. I will say if you have oily skin though, you probably may not like it because it does move around a little bit. So this may not be the way for you if you have oily skin, but I have dry skin, so it does pretty well for me. This is some sexy I'd holla. So now I'm gonna use a damp beauty blender. I've gotten questions on like my Snapchat and Instagram which beauty blender I'm using. This is not the Sephora one, this is the Anastasia one. I showed you guys this one in a haul video I did a little while ago. I got this for the free. So I'm gonna blend in the redder shade first. I can't remember the last time, unless it was for a YouTube video, that I used a brush for my foundation because this beauty sponge is lit. I do want to try the Morphe one. If you guys have tried the Morphe beauty sponge, let me know if you like it. And if enough people say they like it, I'm gonna go get it. So the mix of these two foundations, the 7.5 and then the 8, they work really well in my opinion for me, for my skin tone, because I am more yellow, but I do like a little bit more of like a warmy foundation. So this gives me a happy medium of my natural yellow undertone and then a more warm skin tone. And hello, can we mention the coverage? Like, you guys know I have some hyperpigmentation and post-acne scarring. Bitch wear. We can go ahead and move on to concealer. I'm going to use my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC45 to highlight my face. And you guys know I use the empty wand off of my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer just to apply this. There's no product left in this. It's bone dry. But I love this wand, but I love the Pro Longwear Concealer. So if Pro Longwear Concealer ever put a wand in their concealer, I would lose my mind. So now I'm gonna blend that out with a smaller beauty sponge. This one is from Ulta, and I like this one too. I don't like the big one that's meant for the face because it's mad hard, but this small one is really soft and it blends like a dream. That moment when you're filming and realize that you can see the bottom of your backdrop. No ma'am. Wham bam, just like that. You can't see it anymore. Back to blending. Hi mommy. Hello. Love you too. Bye. I love my mama, y'all. Alright, so now that the brows are on, I'm gonna go back in with my Pro Longwear concealer, just get a little bit out of that if I can, and go ahead and clean up these eyebrows. Make them nice and sickeningly sharp enough to slice the turkey. So since I'm going to be doing color on the lid today, I'm going to fall out of frame real quick. I'm going to be using my MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot and Laying Low, and I'm going to use that as an eyeshadow base today. So what I was just doing with the brush I was using to set my concealer, right after I put the paint pot on, I immediately go ahead and set it with the same powder that I use to set my concealer, just to make sure that everything that goes on top of this blends like a dream. Can we just take a moment real quick to look at how beautiful this friggin' foundation is? Like, Bobbi Brown, girl, you did that. Honestly, like, as far as foundations that look just like skin, this might replace my Lancome Tawny Ball foundation as a favorite for right now, because that Lancome foundation is lit. So exciting news, MAC finally brought back friggin' brown script. It is a matte square, which if you guys remember from a few videos back, I told you I don't like matte squared eyeshadows. Like, the formula for me is just entirely too friggin' hard to blend, but this color, I will never find another color like brown script, so I'm just gonna keep that on deck for now. I do still have the old one. I just stopped using it because I had hit pan, and with MAC eyeshadows, once you hit pan, especially on ones that are more matte, they're a little bit more fragile, so once you like pack your brush in there, it's very easy to break them. And I did get Sienna. You guys remember me mentioning that. They're very similar. This is the Anastasia eyeshadow in the shade Sienna, and then this is MAC brown script. They're very close. I still love brown script more, but this was a backup for me until brown script came back out, but it's back, and hopefully it's better. So I'm gonna take brown script on a 224 MAC blending brush, and per my usual, apply that bad boy into my crease. One time for this eyebrow. Yes! Don't you hate that? Like, I mean, I think both eyebrows look really good, but this left eyebrow, my left, you're right on screen, is just looking like $1,000,000 right now. I always have one eyebrow that looks sometimes better. And funny enough, it's usually my right eyebrow, but today the left one was not playing no games with y'all. Okay, so today we're gonna have a little fun with pigments. Oh, forehead all up in the screen. So I'm going to be using, this is my little thing of pigments. Like, can you tell I like pigments? Like, goodness gracious. Like, this is ridiculous. And I'm ashy. That's unacceptable. Ma'am. Okay, I had to remedy that because that was just penguin. It's not gonna fly. So I'm going to be using rose pigment from MAC. Hands down, probably my third favorite pigment that MAC has ever made. First is blue brown, and the second one is I think it's called golden olive. I always forget the name of it, but it's the one that's like a green brown color, but I love that one. I'm going to take a MAC 242 and wet it a little with some Fix Plus so it's easier to pick up the pigment, and I'm going to apply that to my lid. Yes! Like, do y'all see how pretty that is? Oh my god, I love this pigment. So we're gonna try to get a little bit of that fallout off because it's unacceptable. Now I'm going to be dipping into one of my ColourPop eyeshadows. I actually put these in ice cube trays. I find that this is easier way for me to store them so my eyeshadows aren't flying all around in my makeup drawer. So next I'm going to be taking this ColourPop shadow. This is the Super Shop shadow in the shade Porter. I'm just going to take a MAC 239 and apply that right next to the pigment and kind of a little bit over it. That way it blends a little bit better. This shadow has a little bit of sparkle on it too, so that's why I chose this one to help blend into the deeper color we're going to put in the outer corner of the eyeball. I don't think I've ever really talked about how I feel about these ColourPop shadows. Love them. They're so pretty, so creamy. I don't know how they're formulated, but whatever they use to make these, like, it's lit. How many times have I said it's lit in this tutorial? Shut up, Erica. You get it. You lit, bitch. Now for the outer corner, I'm gonna take this Bobbi Brown eyeshadow. This is Black Plum number 27. I'm gonna take this on a MAC 217, and this is gonna go in the outer V of my eye. Holy pigment, Batman. I am not mad at all at the pigment on these Bobbi Brown shadows. Like, it's lit. Ugh. I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of brown script just to blend out the Bobbi Brown Black Plum shade a little bit, because I definitely still want that warmth to be noticeable in my upper crease near the brow bone area. So now I'm going to use pretty much the same colors I used on the top on the lower part of my eye. Like I said, the pigment, obviously there's a little bit of fallout on it, and I don't want to have a major mess to clean up, so not a lot, like that much. That'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Anybody else like Shrek? This is the Bobbi Brown highlighting powder. This is in Bronze Glow. Yes! So I'm gonna put that on my, I just brushed so hard, on my inner corner, my tear duct. It's too gold for me. So I'm gonna take Sunset Glow, also by Bobbi Brown. This is a highlighting powder, and let's see if I like that more. Okay, I like that more. For eyeliner on the top, I'm going to use the this is NYX, the NYX matte liquid liner. And I'm gonna create, you already know, a sickening wing, sharp enough to slice a sweet potato pie. Y'all get these Thanksgiving references, right? Okay, so I know a lot of people wonder, like, how do you get a wing to be even on both sides? What I do, I create the wing on one side, my more dominant side, which is this side of my face, and then I start with the wing on the opposite eye. That way I will automatically know how high or how low it's going to go, because if you start with the inner corner part of it and you make it too thick or too thin or something, you're going to go naturally with whatever shape you've created on the lid. I don't know if I'm explaining this right, but it's easier for me to mimic the wing instead of the whole liner. Make sense? No? Okay, sorry. Voila, wing. For the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with my current favorite still, which is Smolder, and you know I can't do this on screen, so I'm gonna end up with my head in the camera, and y'all don't want that, so this part, you know, I'm not gonna be in frame for this. So for lashes today, I'm gonna be using my current obsessions, which is the Ardell 600s in black. These look a lot like the MAC number 35s, I believe they are, except these are like $3 and the MAC ones are like 17. What? And these have a little bit more of like a curl to them, which is good because the MAC number 35s, they don't have a curl. They're just like straight out lashes, and I'm definitely afraid of lash curlers, so the curl was just not gonna happen. Are these not just the cutest like doll baby lashes you ever did see? So I'm gonna go back in with Black Plum by Bobbi Brown and just darken this a little bit more. It's not quite as seductive as I would like to be. Not that we're trying to seduce anyone on Thanksgiving, but you know, why not? Then for mascaras on the bottom, I'm gonna use, you guessed it, the MAC Extended Giga Black. Wait, just kidding. Extended Play Giga Black. And then on top, I'm just gonna use the MAC False Lashes Extreme Black. This has some pretty bomb curl to it, which is why I like this one. I don't really need my lashes to do anything. I'm more so using this to disguise the line of demarcation between my real lashes and the false lashes, and then also just to add a little bit of volume between, oh god, I just took my eye out. Add a little bit of volume between the spaces in the false lashes. Guys, I've literally been wearing this pair of lashes for like a month straight. I know somebody just went ill, but I mean, girl, they fine. I cleaned them. I love these lashes though. Like, they're just literally the epitome of sickening. All right, and that is it for the eyes. So let me zoom y'all back out so we can beat the rest of this face. Okay, so to contour my face, I'm gonna use Swiss Chocolate by MAC. Big surprise, right? For blush today, I'm going to use the shade Copper Tone. This is also by MAC. I'm just going to apply this to the cheeks. I love this blush. It's just like the sweetest, like, copper ever. Like, it's a peachy, corally shade, and I just absolutely live for it. Plus, it blends pretty well with my contour shade. So I sometimes kind of just put it a little bit over the contour, so my contour is not as ferocious. I personally don't mind a ferocious contour. I actually prefer it. Just, you know, the holidays, we trying to make sure that Santa knows that we on the nice list, not for the holidays. So while I absolutely love this look with just matte skin, you know we about to highlight, so. So I'm gonna go in with another new product. This is the Bobbi Brown highlighter. This is in the, what is this called? Sunset Glow. This is what I put on the inner corners of my eyes. So we're gonna use this to highlight today. And I'm gonna spray my brush a little bit with some Fix Plus just to get things going. That's not blended. What is that? I don't like it. Stop it. You ever notice things when you're doing your makeup and get pissed that you didn't see it in the beginning? Like, ew. There you go. Much better. Dabble into this one and highlight our face. Yes. So these Bobbi Brown highlighters, I'll say they're a soft glow. Like, you have to build them up, which is probably a good thing if you're heavy-handed with highlight like I am. But I do like these a lot. Like, they're everything. Can't forget the tip of the nose. We trying to outshine Rudolph. I know that confuses some people because I always say that I have a big forehead, but I still highlight my forehead. I don't mind the size of my forehead, quite honestly. So, you know, if they can see it from outer space, it's lit. Here I go again with that it's lit shit. I actually gave one of these to my best friend. Hey, bro. So we about to be glowing twins like. I like to put my highlight as of late like a little bit on the apples of my cheek too, because you can't really see it as much like if I'm just like not smiling, if I'm giving you that RBF real quick, but as soon as I smile it's like ding, do you see that? Yes. And y'all know there's no such thing as too much for me, so we just go. I see there's this new thing on YouTube with like highlighting right here. I don't know how I feel about it because my eyebrows and my hairline are way too close together, so I feel like I would just look crazy. Yeah, that's actually pretty much it for the face. Now we're gonna go ahead and do the lips. I do sometimes like to go back over with the same beauty sponge I used for my foundation to kind of press in the highlight. That way it literally looks like it's just coming from within, even though I clearly just used half that pan on my face. Go ahead and zoom out now and do these lips. I still have no idea what we're gonna do for a lip color, so we about to wing it. Alright, I like it enough. Now let's do it so they can see it on the screen. Legit was recording! Ah! So I've already moisturized my lips, so I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Lip Insurance. I think that's what it's called. I use this in like every video and it's clear because the packaging like lettering has come off. I already have lip color on because I was trying on colors to see what I liked for the video. I think I'm gonna stick with the one I picked. I don't know, I'm tempted to do something else. So extra. Nude color or this? I think this is more appropriate. I don't know. So once I find it, we're gonna go in with Chestnut Lip Liner by MAC. Y'all should already know the drill. Getting low on this one, so I went out and bought another. You know I can't live without my chestnut, girl. Line the lips first using Chestnut by MAC. And I naturally have a really sharp Cupid's bow, But I don't know. Right now, I just feel like making it look more round. So we're going to try that out, see how I feel about it. And then we're done. Just kidding. So now I'm going to take this ColourPop Ultra Satin Lipstick. This is in the shade Frickin' Freck. And that's going to be our lip color today. Oh yeah, I'm glad I stuck with this. This is cute. She real cute or whatever. Ooh, girl, blend that hot mess. So it says it's a satin finish, but this almost feels matte, but I don't even care. This is beautiful. I'm definitely feeling this lip. I am going to put a little bit of translucent powder over it because my lip line looks mad shiny and I don't like that. So I'm going to go in with this Too Faced Primed and Poreless translucent powder. I've had this for like years and years and I seldom ever find use for it. So hopefully this doesn't give me any creepy flashback because I wasn't prepared for that. So since I'm just going to be like mattifying my lip, I'm gonna take it on a little 239 brush. This is a good little trick for you if you have like a satin lipstick that you want to make more matte. I know that like Smashbox and I think NYX and somebody else has like a mixing medium that you can put on top of your lipstick to mattify it, but if you ain't got time for that, you can just use whatever translucent powder. It honestly doesn't even have to be a high-end one. Oh, and try to breathe through your nose when you're doing this because, I mean, nobody wants to inhale translucent powder. I like shiny lip, but lipstick, I just felt like my lip line just looked mad shiny, and I ain't like that. Alright, so we're going to finish up with some Fix Plus. Let me find something to cover up my head and drench my face, and then I'll be right back. Alright you guys, and this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. Share the video with all your friends' friends. Don't forget to leave any suggestions that you want to see next in the comment section below. You can follow me on all of my social media. I have a Facebook, Twitter, and an Instagram. Facebook is MUA_B_Croi. Instagram and Twitter are both MUA_BEECROI. All of that will be left down in the description box for you guys as usual. I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you have a very fun and safe and enjoyable holiday. And until next time, bye girl.